Imagine a small combat robot moving unmanned along the front line, then suddenly unleashing a barrage of rockets. This is the latest picture of the modern battlefield, as Russia is reportedly mounting North Korea's Type 75 rocket artillery onto its Courier UGV, a deadly combination of robotics and the destructive power of artillery. What exactly makes this combination so dangerous? Is it merely an experiment or a major step toward warfare without humans on the front lines? On the other hand, Russia also claims another breakthrough that is no less surprising: the Staff laser system, which is said to be capable of shooting down drones from distances of up to 1.5 kilometers. If true, this could be an answer to the dominance of drones in modern combat. Two innovations, one goal: to reshape the face of warfare. So, how real is this threat? Let's dive deeper. Take a look at this. This is not just an ordinary armored vehicle, but a manifestation of the evolution of increasingly intelligent and lethal Russian warfare tactics. Russian forces have just unveiled an improvised military masterpiece, an unmanned version of the North Korean Type 75 multiple rocket launcher system, now mounted on a robotic ground platform. This sight sends a clear message to the world that, in the hands of Russian engineers, conventional weapons can be transformed into autonomous predators of the future. Speculation had circulated among Western observers, suggesting that this new configuration would only worsen the weapon's stability. However, for commanders in the field, this innovation answers a critical need, delivering maximum destructive power to enemy positions without risking a single soldier's life. This is the first time the Type 75 has been seen mounted integrally on a robotic chassis. Previously, similar technology relied on UGVs, such as the Varan, as towing vehicles. Now, it has been fully integrated into a single autonomous combat unit, ready to unleash devastation. On closer inspection, this launcher has not merely been relocated, it has been reborn through extensive modification. The number of launch tubes has been reduced from 12 to 8 by removing the top row. This reduction is backed by sound technical reasoning. It lowers the center of gravity and creates a lower profile, making it harder to detect by enemy reconnaissance drones. Even more impressively, recent footage shows that the launcher has been equipped with electric actuators for its targeting mechanism. With this integration, Russian operators stationed safely in bunkers miles away can control the elevation and firing direction in real time. The Type 75 has now evolved from a supporting artillery system into a fully unmanned MLRS. This advancement stands in stark contrast to earlier efforts on the global battlefield. Russia had previously faced challenges in integrating electric actuators into heavy artillery systems such as the D-30 howitzer mounted on robotic platforms. Although ammunition loading could be automated, long-range precision targeting remained a major challenge that often still required on-site human intervention. However, on this Type 75 platform, that issue appears to have been resolved. The launcher is mounted on a highly responsive rotating platform, allowing smooth horizontal adjustments and providing remarkable flexibility in engaging targets across a dynamic battlefield. The military world understands one undeniable fact: nothing can reshape the battlefield as quickly as MLRS. This is where Russia holds absolute control. History has proven that Russian rocket systems are the best in their class. Just look at the formidable power of the BM-30 Smerch or the Tornado S, capable of saturating an area the size of several football fields with devastating precision. MLRS is not merely a weapon, it is a psychological instrument that breaks the enemy's morale before they even realize where the attack is coming from. In the context of this robotic Type 75, there are indeed criticisms regarding its maximum range of only 8.5 kilometers and its lower accuracy compared to satellite-guided systems. However, in Russian war strategy, this is not a weakness, but a tactical opportunity. The unmanned chassis is deliberately designed to compensate for these range limitations. This robot can infiltrate deep into the gray zone, a dangerous area filled with FPV drones and sniper fire, where human presence would be considered a suicide mission. It moves autonomously, takes firing positions in the enemy's blind spots, unleashes its payload, and withdraws immediately before enemy counter-battery artillery can respond. The stability challenge caused by recoil is real. In a robotic configuration, the chassis tends to sway after each rocket launch, However, Russian operators address this with a clever tactic, firing rockets one at a time. With only 8 rockets in the launcher, the firing process remains very rapid, while allowing the platform time to stabilize between each shot. This efficiency ensures that even with a lighter platform, each rocket still has a high probability of striking its intended coordinates. Even more alarming is the type of ammunition it carries. Russian forces are reportedly using 2 types of rockets for this Type 75, standard high-explosive fragmentation rounds to destroy structures, and deadly cluster munition variants. The use of cluster munitions effectively compensates for the lack of accuracy. Instead of relying on a single direct hit, a cluster rocket disperses hundreds of submunitions over a wide area, making it an ideal weapon for clearing trenches or destroying concentrations of light vehicles in an instant. With this robotic integration, the operational threat of the system multiplies significantly. It is a predator without fear, without fatigue, and ready to strike from the darkness of the most contested combat zones. However, Russian innovation does not stop on land. At a time when drone threats have become a nightmare for modern militaries, Russia has prepared an answer that operates at the speed of light. A combat laser system known as LaserBuzz, or the POSO laser system, has emerged as a new predator in the skies. Recently, it was reported that this system successfully shot down a fixed-wing drone at a distance of 1.5 kilometers. This is not merely a laboratory test, but real proof that the future of air defense has arrived in Russia's hands. The POSO laser system has been integrated with an advanced radar station capable of tracking small targets with extreme precision. In a thrilling test, a drone flying at speeds of 130 to 140 kilometers per hour, fast enough to challenge conventional air defense systems, was successfully neutralized from a distance of 1 kilometer. Even more impressive is its reaction time. Recent claims state that LaserBuzz can destroy a drone in just half a second after target lock. By comparison, in tests conducted in July, the system required 1 second at a distance of half a kilometer. This increase in processing speed and laser energy output demonstrates a rapid technological leap in a short period of time. Some analysts speculate that this development may have been inspired by or benefited from collaboration with Chinese technological advances, but the Russian engineering touch makes it unique and battle-ready for harsh conditions. If enemy drones arrive in swarms, the question is no longer, can Russia evade them? But rather, is the opponent prepared to lose their entire fleet in a matter of seconds? That's all for today's episode, and thanks for watching.